What is going on, everybody? It's Mevoda, and I am back on my plot on the Vadact Creative Server. We're gonna get back into it today. Last episode, we did a time-lapse where we were working on this tower, which, as you see, I have not finished. I like it. It's coming along. Something a little funny about these corners. I think I have an idea of how I'm gonna fix it, though. And since the last episode, I changed the kind of shape of the detail in here to something I think a little more interesting. So I think it came out pretty cool. Same thing up here, I changed it a little bit. But today we're gonna just take a little break from the tower and work on a couple of other things. One involving our floor detail here. Kind of got an idea of something I wanted to add to it. So what we did before was these half slabs, stone half slabs, and the red clay. But what I want to do is kind of add, let's see, a little bit of pink clay just along certain edges. We'll see how this goes. That might be too much, actually. You might say this looks kind of funny, and I might agree with you, but just need to get the right balance. And by the end, I think it'll look pretty nice. So there, there. Let's do that. It'll be there, and there. Big part of this, I think, is just kind of diving in and trying. Just start building, and don't overthink. You know, it's good to think about things and plan them out and be organized and all that wonderful stuff, but you gotta be careful not to overthink things. And also be aware that you could always start over again or change it. I was actually hearing a very interesting thing on the radio yesterday. Yes, I still listen to the radio. On Saturdays when I'm going to and from work and on my break, listen to NPR, which is like, National Public Radio. And they were talking to this brain scientist. It was all about creativity. That was like the topic. And it was a very interesting thing. They were actually interviewing jazz musicians who are known for their creativity, because quite often, what they play is kind of improvised on the spot. And they literally took a bunch of jazz musicians and put them in a room. Oh, there we go. Put them in a room and hooked up all these wires to them and gave them a piano. And it's just just start playing and improvising, and studied their brain waves while improvising. And it was kind of interesting how it's almost as if, they, just as expected, they kind of saw certain parts of their brain activity light up, when they were improvising. And, you could almost determine what parts of their brain they were using for improvising. But another thing they noticed was that, certain other parts of their brain kind of shut down. To, I guess, allow the good parts to do their work. So I thought that was kind of cool. But then the most interesting part of the whole thing was when they talked about not being afraid to mess up. That was the hugest thing. And they were interviewing some of these jazz pianists. I was actually a jazz major in college, so these are all people that I know, and musicians that I know and are fans of. So they were interviewing, Keith Jarrett, who's a really famous pianist, and he's kind of got a couple of famous recordings that are known to just, they're known for being just improvised. It's 100% improvised, the songs, which is really, really cool. Excuse me. But one of the things he mentioned is not being afraid to fall on your face. Not being afraid to make a mistake. And I think the example they gave like a teacher was in a classroom. There was a kid in the class. These were like little kids, who never paid attention. You know, always kind of had trouble paying attention. But when they were doing like a drawing lesson, he was totally paying attention. He was like immersed in what he was doing. And the teacher asked, "Oh, what are you drawing?" And the kid wrote, "Oh, I'm drawing God." And the teacher's like, "Oh, but nobody knows, what God looks like." And the kid's like, "No, they will in a minute." And I just love that idea. I mean, I'm not a very religious person myself, but we're not talking about religion. It's just part of the story. It's more so the idea of how the kid is not afraid to make a mistake, or just, as the teacher said, no one knows what God looks like, but the kid doesn't care. He's just drawing. And, they kind of talk about how as you get older, and in school too, they kind of teach you that mistakes are wrong and mistakes are bad. So we need to work on not making mistakes. That's kind of the general idea. And oh no, broken. And if you kind of go with that mentality, you will never be creative. You'll never kind of do anything new because you're too afraid of making a mistake. Oh man, lag. You get so caught up in trying to not make a mistake that you'll never take the risk that is needed to do something creative and new. So I think a big part, so how does this apply to Minecraft? Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? If you never just kind of dive in and start building, you're never gonna be able to try something different. You're always gonna be too afraid to make a mistake or do it wrong. So it's good concept to kind of think of, and especially in a thing like creative Minecraft. I mean, you can always start over. You can always fix things. You can always change it. So, just kind of diving in and trying some things and not being afraid to mess something up is something I think that is very important in trying to be creative. Especially when you're trying to do, something a little different. Whether it be different compared to things you've seen other people do, or different compared to what you've done in the past. Okay, so as I've been blabbing on about that, I've been just adding pink clay around. 1, 2, yeah, we want this there. And you know what? I think it's making a really cool difference. I like it. It kind of adds like a shade around the spots. I think it's really cool. Excellent. Did I get all the spots I wanted? At least for now. Not yet. Hold on. No! Unless we gotta get some of the blocks we need to replace some of the stupid things we've done. Okay, there we go. So, that kind of idea, it applies to this tower. There are things I don't really like about it right now, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep on building, and then I'll fix the things I don't like. But yeah, I just really like that idea, and I'm kind of a nerd in that way. I get into things involving, creativity and how the brain works. I really get interested in that kind of stuff, and it's interesting stuff. Let's see, what else did I? Okay, did this on that one side, and I think it's a good idea. I did it there too. Alright, cool. So I think that looks much better than it did. Way more interesting. What else are we gonna do today? Let's see. Maybe we'll, try to do a little work on some of these archways. That could be fun. Let's get some blocks we may potentially use. What was that? See that? I guess when you click over here, strange things happen. Alright. There we go. Let's see. Let's start off with some stairs. Let's do that, maybe. That's pretty nice. Nah, that's too flat up there. So what I'd like to do is get some cobble stairs. Oh, God. So bad at this game. There we go. That's cool. Maybe we'll do the same here. Okay, I like that. I can work with it. Maybe something like that, just for a little shape. That's alright. I like that too. Even though I like it now, once again, this is all subject to change. If, you know, things start to come together in a certain way that I ain't liking. I did these in the wrong spot. There you go, here. Okay, that's cool. Let's switch these out for something like that. And then maybe just for a little more shape. Something like that. That's cool for now. It's alright. Cool. So let's see. Let's do a little brain memory test. Let's see if we can do the other side just as quick. Oh man, that big building came up out of nowhere for me. Just caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, what is that shape? So I think it's this, this, and this. Too close. Oh man, I'm not used to this because I set my fly speed to 3. So I'm not used to how fast I move. So like, you see I like come right up on the pole. This, and then how'd I do this? I already forgot. Okay, I think I got it now. Oh, lag. Man, lag on the server can be very bad. I guess it depends on how many world edit commands somebody's doing. Cause I know that's always can be a little rough for servers. Let me see. Okay. Again, we'll need to do some more terraforming to make this all look very natural. It's nice. Let's do the same thing that we did in the middle, which is not put the stair the right way. Okay, there we go. Cool. Still gotta do one here. Maybe I might make it different. We'll see. I guess with whatever time we got left. Hey. Is that right now? Yeah. Okay. Let's start to map out a little bit of the thing, you know, stuff in here. So I'm kind of thinking this doorway will be, let's just mark it out with some cobble. It'll probably be like center of this tower, I'm guessing. Right? That would, I think that would make most sense. Okay. It's probably not even centered. It's really just to mark up to where, you know, the path here will go. Okay. I'll bring it up to there for now. I'm going to start off with a kind of a straight line here. But then quickly we'll probably change it to some other sort of shape. I guess we'll see. We'll try some things and see how things look. Yay, this is gonna take forever. Especially with lag. None of these blocks are actually being placed. Oh man, I picked the perfect day to record. Oh, this is a long one. Long lag spike. Yup. There it is. Disconnected. Okay, let's get back on. And I guess wrap this up. Oh man, this is so annoying because I also turned the chat off. Okay. I guess we'll wrap it up. Oh, did none of that? Yeah. Yep, none of that. Oh, and that's weird. You see, when I logged in, it still got the stuff from my Ladari submission, which I've done a whole nother submission since then, but I guess they stopped giving notes. Anyway, so I think we got a little bit of work done today. Nothing that crazy, I guess, but cool start. Well, since we got the chat enabled, we could probably finish this up with a world edit command. What block? Oh, I already forgot. My brain is so bad. All this talk of brains. 159.14. And we'll go by like 30. I don't have permission. Very good. I don't know why I don't have permission. I mean, you saw in that about 2 episodes ago, I used the pretty much, I think I used the identical command to fill in that circle over there. But no, I guess we'll just do this by hand. Cool. So I don't know what we're gonna get into next episode. Maybe by then I'll have worked on this tower a little bit more, and if I get it done to a place that I like, I'll probably just copy it over to this one, and yeah, save myself a little time, and then we'll continue to work out how we're gonna do things, you know, sort of in this courtyard here. Oh man, it's like every 2 seconds I get lag. Okay. Suppose it's a perfect time to stop the episode. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. And if you really enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. You'll stay updated on everything that I'm doing in the future. I apologize for all the lag today. But I think we were able to get a little bit of work done in spite of it. Cool guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.